In the heart of Morocco's Zagora region, where the desert stretches beyond the horizon and the winds carve the sand into endless dunes, a race unlike any other comes to life. February 2025 brings together the brave and the determined for the Trans-Sahara Marathon, an odyssey of spirit and endurance across some of the harshest terrain on Earth. Here, under a sky of blazing sun by day and star-strewn silence by night, athletes will test the limits of body and mind. Every grain of sand, every rocky ridge, every breath of arid wind becomes both obstacle and inspiration. This journey is guided by a legend of the desert, Mohamed Ahansal, Morocco's celebrated long-distance runner whose own footsteps have traced these ancient trails for decades. Under his stewardship, the marathon is more than a race. It is a testament to human perseverance, a celebration of unity, and a tribute to the timeless beauty of the Sahara. Welcome to the Trans-Sahara Marathon 2025. A clear desert dawn warms the canvas of the briefing area as the athletes gather around Mohamed Ahansal for the pre-race briefing. The 150-kilometer journey is spread over 4 days, an average of nearly 38 kilometers each sunrise to sunset. At day's end, each runner will find shelter in tented bivouacs, where a nourishing breakfast awaits before first light, and a hearty evening meal greets weary limbs after the final dune. Red guide flags mark the course from the start line to finish, and every 10 to 15 kilometers a checkpoint offers cool water and on-site medical aid. Live GPS trackers accompany each athlete, ensuring constant monitoring across the shifting sands. A medical briefing underscores the Sahara's hidden hazards: rapid dehydration under the sun, sharp temperature drops after dark, sand that irritates eyes and joints. Runners are urged to cover exposed skin, sip water at every stop, stretch thoroughly before and after each stage, and never hesitate to call for help. Prepared, protected, and united, the field is ready to set foot on a course as unforgiving as it is beautiful.
11 edition of Trans-Sahara Marathon. We have 4 stage, 150 kilometers, and start in Mohamed El Ghazlan to finish in Zagora in the near from Zagora. And we have a beautiful landscape in Shagaga, Jebel Bani, Fayja. All is the runners like this landscape.
At first light in Bivouac Ahansal, runners from the 4 corners of the world bounce on fresh legs, hearts racing with anticipation for stage 1. The air crackles as Mohamed Ahansal signals the start. In a burst of music and movement, 150 kilometers of Sahara challenge begins. In the Sahara, even February temperatures can soar to 35 degrees Celsius, hot enough to sap strength and focus in minutes. Runners choose lightweight, moisture-wicking fabrics that reflect the sun rather than absorb it. A wide-brimmed hat and high-coverage neck gaiter block direct rays, keeping the head and neck out of the worst glare. Sunglasses aren't optional, they're essential. And sunscreen, applied generously every 2 hours, becomes a line of defense against heat-induced skin fatigue, preventing burns that can distract and slow you down. In the dunes, natural shade is scarce, but every shadow counts. Runners learn to spot midday relief under acacia trees or behind rocky outcrops. It's not about elaborate gear, it's about choosing the right essentials and using the landscape to your advantage. With the right clothing, eyewear, and sun defenses, runners turn the desert sun from foe into manageable challenge. As the sun rises higher, the pack fans out across the rocky, relatively flat plain. At the front, the leaders push a brisk pace, their strides eating up kilometers under skies heating into the high 20s Celsius. Behind them, many simply aim to cross today's finish line, to claim the achievement of completing day one in the Sahara. Along the way, a lone stray dog appears, padding alongside the runners as if born to this sandy marathon. Gifted water and scraps of breakfast by competitors and crew, it becomes an unexpected companion, one that will share the course for the next 3 stages, embodying the spirit of camaraderie in this grueling test. By afternoon's end, 2 champions emerge. Morocco's own Mohamed El Morabti, first across the line in the men's field, and Britain's Gemma Game, victorious among the women. Their triumphs mark just the beginning of this 4-day odyssey. In the Trans-Sahara Marathon, every drop counts, and runners mix traditional bottles with modern hydration vests to stay balanced on the dunes. Tucked into a vest are 2 to 3 litre bladders and zip pockets of electrolyte tablets designed to replace sodium and potassium lost in the heat. Gels and chews, rich in both simple and complex carbohydrates, keep blood sugar stable, while homemade rice balls or dried fruit offer a welcome change of texture when the stomach begins to tire. At each checkpoint, runners swap empty bottles for fresh ones, top up their bladders, and quickly stow used wrappers before pressing on. In this race of endurance, success belongs to the runner who plans every drink and every bite. Dawn's first light washes over the camp as the runners emerge from their bivouacs, muscles warmed by yesterday's victory and minds sharpened by a solid night's rest. After breakfast and a final gear check, they gather at the start line once more. Today's challenge, another 32 kilometres of desert, with shifting sands and hidden ridges waiting just beyond the horizon. Spirits are high, laughter mingling with the soft rustle of wind through the tents, as each athlete readies their pace and braces for the road ahead. In a desert ultramarathon, one blister or a twisted ankle can end your race. Prevention starts before you even hit the sand. Many runners swear by a double sock system. Thin liner socks next to the skin and cushioned outer socks to reduce friction. Simple calf and ankle stretches each morning maintain flexibility and reduce the risk of sprains when footing turns unpredictable. Throughout each stage, trained course medics stand ready at every checkpoint and camp. Armed with blister pads, antiseptic solutions, and moleskin patches, they'll clean and dress hotspots in seconds, and apply supportive wraps or ankle braces for strains and sprains. Their rapid response care turns what could be race-ending pain into temporary discomfort, keeping runners on their feet when it matters most. The landscape shifts beneath their feet. Soft dunes give way to a patchwork of gravel tracks and rocky outcrops. As the kilometres tick by, runners settle into steady rhythms, finding their stride in the ever-changing terrain. Side by side, competitors share the burden of the heat and grit, offering quiet cheers and helping one another over tricky scrambles. Water stations appear like lifelines, staffed by smiling volunteers, ready with cold drinks and words of encouragement. There's a growing sense of unity here, strangers bound by the same goal, moving forward together across the desert's vast canvas. When the final checkpoint fades behind them, the runners return to camp to be met with the day's reward, a communal meal infused with local flavours, slow-cooked tagine, warm flatbread, sweet dates and mint tea. Dawn breaks over the bivouacs as runners emerge refreshed from a good night's rest. After an early wake-up call and a hearty breakfast, they stretch and warm up, fingers tracing the contours of today's challenge. Gathered at the start line, eyes fixed on the rolling dunes ahead, there's a quiet determination in every stance. Stage 3 is the dune leg, a relentless 32 kilometres of soft sand that will test every muscle in their legs. As the sun climbs, the signal sounds and the pack surges forward, each footfall sinking into the dunes, carrying them deeper into the heart of the Sahara. In the Sahara, every step is unpredictable. Soft dunes trap your feet, rocky stretches jar ankles. To conquer this dual terrain, runners blend technique with the right kit. On sandy slopes, the secret is a shorter, quicker stride. By lifting the foot just enough to clear the surface and landing on the midsole, athletes maintain forward drive rather than sinking in. When the ground turns stony, cushioning and stability take center stage. Trail shoes with rock plates protect against sharp gravel, while a moderate heel-to-toe drop strikes the balance between comfort and ground feedback. By mastering both sand and stone with focused practice, targeted strengths, and the right footwear, the toughest dunes and rugged trails become manageable. The runners press into the rolling dunes, soft sand sucking at every step and turning each metre into a small victory. Under a blazing sun, temperatures soar and steep climbs test the strength of tired legs, but the effort is rewarded with sweeping panoramas of golden ridges stretching to the horizon. Staying hydrated becomes paramount. Every checkpoint's water station is an oasis, and athletes sip deliberately, knowing that the desert's heat can drain the body in minutes. Despite fierce pursuit from the chasing pack, Mohammed El Marabti powers through the grueling dune fields to finish in 2 hours and 58 minutes, while Gemma Game crosses the line in 3 hours and 48 minutes, her stride steady through the shifting sands. For the participants, it was a day they won't soon forget.
Ouais, bah écoute, petites impressions du jour. J'ai bien aimé le passage dans la grande dune de chez Gaga. C'est assez varié, c'est quand même très beau. Et puis, moi, je suis plutôt un homme de la montagne, alors c'est plus facile pour moi. Après le retour, là, c'était difficile. Hein, sur la piste et les champs de cailloux, là, c'est un retour très difficile. Les 10 derniers kilomètres sont durs. Et puis bon, il y a quand même toujours le soleil qui est pas évident quand on vient d'Europe en ce moment. Donc voilà, c'était une belle 3e étape. Et puis ben, on verra demain. Voilà, Inch'Allah.
It's a lifetime experience to participate this race. So I appreciate this opportunity. And of course, on the way, the course is so hard and difficult.
At the end of a grueling stage, Mohammed El Marabti retains his position as overall leader. Gemma Game leads the women, closely followed by Japan's Tomomi Bito. For the rest of the field, they'll be preparing for the final stage, the longest of the event, at over 50 kilometers. Under a sky brushed with the first light of dawn, the field presses onward, already deep into the longest leg of the Trans-Sahara Marathon. Over 50 kilometers lie ahead, the ultimate test of endurance on this 4-day journey. Legs that have mastered dunes and gravel now find fresh challenge in the unending expanse. Yet there is no fanfare, only a quiet determination carried in every measured stride. The sun's rim creeps above the horizon, casting long shadows across the sand, as athletes settle into a rhythm born of grit and resolve. With each step, they draw closer to the finish line, and the culmination of an odyssey few dare to imagine.
Das viel Sonne. Banane. Sì. Salam. Oh, Ahmed.
Across the final stretch, the endless dunes give way to a broad plain leading back to Zagora. Dust swirls around every stride as the finish line draws near. And one by one, the athletes pour every last ounce of strength into these closing meters. After 4 days of relentless racing and 4 straight victories, Mohamed El Morabti crosses the line first, undisputed champion of the 2025 Trans-Sahara Marathon. A little later, Tomomi Bito follows, her steady pace earning her a hard-fought second place overall in the women's event. Soon after, Gemma Game breaks through in second for the final stage. Her consistency across all 4 legs secures her the women's title.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا جد فرحانة كنفوز بالمرة الثانية على التوالي خمسة أطلس. تنشكر المدرسة ديالنا محمد حنصلي يفتحوا لنا واحد الباب باش نكملوا في هذا الجري، وهذا كان دخلوا في البريباسيون ديال الماراثون ديسمبر، كنشكر كاع الجميع المنظمين هذا السباق. شكرا.
A steady procession of runners continues to arrive, each face etched with exhaustion and elation. Seasoned veterans join first-timers in celebrating individual victories. In these moments, the true spirit of the Trans-Sahara Marathon shines through. Every finisher a testament to perseverance, every handshake a celebration of unity across the sands.
La semaine, c'était une belle semaine, super dure, super sympa de retrouver tout le monde sous la tente. Autrement, le parcours, j'ai trouvé beau, je trouve ça toujours beau. J'ai été 36 fois au marathon sable, que j'ai tous fini. C'est ma première Trans-Sahara marathon et c'est superbe aussi. C'est intimiste, une belle aventure à refaire et je conseille avec un super parcours. Et puis moi, avec le directeur Mohamed Ansal qui a gagné 5 fois le marathon, donc c'est super de venir à cette course.
Yeah, it's been an amazing day, very emotional to finish the fourth stage of Sahara Marathon. I'm so blessed, I'm so grateful. I just want to thank all the Moroccan people, Mohamed and his team for this amazing event. It was quite emotional today because I'm doing the Z letter of my project, Running Undercover for Women and Girls of Afghanistan. What a blessing to finish, and I'm so grateful, and I hope that my country one day is free, where the women and girls have their rights to do whatever they love to do, like running. So praying for peace for the people of Afghanistan, especially the women and girls. I'm blessed.
Move slow, hypnotize through the floor, through the skies. Take me there, where we fly, lose control, never shy. Whispers call. Move it slow, hypnotize, feel the flow, through the skies. Take me there, where we fly, lose control, never shy. Drums that speed, pull me near, shadows move, disappear. Twisting shape.